All right, next up is the flick huck. It's probably the hardest throw to throw in Ultimate, and when you master the flick huck, you really become a very powerful player on the field. So I'm going to talk mainly about throwing it into the wind because that's the hardest part. What you want to be able to do is you hold it the same. So if you aren't holding it with two fingers pressed up against the lip, if you're holding it with two fingers pressed up against the middle part of the disc, you're losing a lot of power and accuracy. And you also want to have it where your fingers pinch together right here, this crease. That's where you're going to rest your the lip of the disc against. And if I'm throwing into the wind, I'm going to start off with my body faced slightly over here away from my target. The most important aspect is that my left shoulder is pointed towards the target the entire time. So when I come through, I'm able to keep my body, my shoulder right there, and my arm angled down to where I can have an inside out on the disc as I'm throwing it. Other parts that are really important to focus on is that if you're throwing into the wind, you have to be throwing from low. So for me, this typically means whenever I release a disc into the wind, it's from my knee or lower. And that helps it to fight through the wind and get up to a good flight pattern to where it goes to its target. Now, I'm also starting with my right foot back, and I step to a little bit in front of my left foot. Some people open up their right foot and some people don't. That's just really a thrower's preference. But a throw into the wind might look a little like this. Yeah, and that's the flick huck into the wind.